Hey, what's going on? Just got done with the chiropractor. Let's talk supplementation. Alright, two ground rules when it comes to supplementation. First and foremost, supplementation is exactly that. It is a supplement to a healthy exercise plan and a healthy nutrition plan. If you are not making gains, if you are not reaching your goals with your exercise plan or your nutrition plan, in other words, if you're trying to lose fat and you're not losing fat already based on the way you eat and the way you exercise, supplements are not going to help, and there's no point in wasting your money. If you are trying to get stronger and you are not getting stronger and making gains in the gym on your current exercise or nutrition plan, supplements are not going to help you with that either. Supplements simply help increase the production and the productivity of your diet and exercise plan. So if you're getting results out of those things already, then supplements can help you get even more results out of it. They just help your body get more results out of those things. Supplementation, in my opinion, really help with two personal things. They either help you work out so that you can work out harder and get more out of your workout, or because some do both, they will help you recover from your workout. So if you're making gains with your diet, then supplementation is definitely something you should be looking to. If you're not, get your diet and your exercise plan in check first before you start going to spending money on supplements. The other thing, unfortunately, with supplements is that everyone and their mom tends to put something out. And there are really two ways to get ahead in the supplementation industry. Either you put out the best quality product out there. To put out a good quality product, you've got to spend money. It costs a little bit more, therefore it's going to cost a little bit more to the consumer. Or you've got to come in at a lower price, and most of the time when companies come in at a lower price to be competitive, you end up losing a lot of the stuff that you really need. They underdose their stuff, and they put in a lot of fillers so that they can keep their costs down and make a little bit more money. So I would highly recommend, when you are looking at supplementation, to avoid anything, read the labels, to avoid anything that has proprietary blend on it. I understand the purpose of proprietary blend. At the beginning, it was so people couldn't just take your label, remanufacture it, and then turn around and sell their own. But it's turned into more of a way to hide the amount of, or the lack of, good quality supplements and hide fillers that really do your body no good at all, and you just end up wasting your money. I personally buy all my stuff in bulk. I make my own pre-workout, and so I'm going to show you guys what I do. I'd highly recommend it, and just let you know you can make gains this way without going and buying the name brand stuff you find in the magazines, or your favorite YouTube star is pushing with their discount codes and so forth. Not really worth it. So stick around. I'll show you what I take, show you what I recommend. We'll all meet our goals. Hey, what's going on? Let's talk about a few of the supplements that I take and I would highly recommend so you can meet your goals in the gym. Now, first and foremost, before we start, I buy everything bulk. I don't buy any type of fancy pre-workouts or BCAAs or post-workouts, anything like that. I simply buy the supplements I want to take, measuring out myself, and that's how I do it. First and foremost, creatine. This should be the foundation of any supplement plan, regardless of your goals. And regardless of whether you're male or female, if you're about over the age of 16, I highly recommend getting on it. A few myths around creatine. First and foremost, you don't have to load up on it. Just simply take 5 milligrams a day. Scientific studies have shown anything over 5 milligrams started to be detected in the test studies. Urine samples, which means basically anything over 5 grams your body's just getting rid of. So 5 grams a day, every day, whether you work out or not, and you're going to start to see results about after 2 or 3 weeks of consistent use. Another myth with creatine is water retention. Pure creatine itself does make you retain water, but it retains water underneath the muscle, which is what you want. That gives you a fuller look in the muscle, and it helps with muscle endurance and muscle strength as well. A lot of people have associated water retention with creatine as a puffy look, a puffy, soft look, and what that is, that's water retention on the outside of the muscle. A lot of people associate that with creatine. That is not the creatine, the pure creatine that's doing that. Creatine basically comes from 2 places when they're manufactured. It's either manufactured in China or Germany, and typically the stuff that comes from China is a little lower grade, probably a few more fillers. So the water retention you are experiencing is not from the creatine, but with the fillers that some of the low-grade creatines tend to have in it. So in order to avoid that, I would highly recommend spending anywhere between $5 and $10 extra, depending on the size of bucket you get. But go for Creapure, which is a name brand of creatine monohydrate, or others have it labeled as German creatine. So Creapure or German creatine, and you're going to avoid that water retention as well. Last but not least, creatine monohydrate is the only way to go. There are a few others out there, ethyl ester, there's shots that you put on your tongue, that kind of stuff. That stuff is just a marketing ploy. Creatine monohydrate is proven to work. It's proven to work better than any other type of creatine. And if you go with the Creapure or German creatine type, spend a few extra dollars, you're going to avoid that muscle retention, and trust me, you're going to love this stuff. Second, beta-alanine. Now, we're not going to spend too much time in the science of it, but basically what beta-alanine does is it suppresses muscle fatigue. So you're able to work out at a higher intensity for a longer period of time, which means you're going to be able to get more gains because you're tearing down more muscle, which means your body has to rebuild more muscle, and beta-alanine helps your workout last longer at a higher intensity. Now, one of the side effects to beta-alanine is a little tingling feeling. If you've ever taken a pre-workout and you feel a little tingling in your face, that's the beta-alanine. About 3 grams is all you need, and you'll feel that little tingle, but as you start to work out, it'll dissipate and go away, and it's nothing really to worry about. But beta-alanine is a great supplement in order to make gains in the gym, because your muscle endurance increases because it pushes or decreases muscle fatigue. Alright, this one's pretty simple, but caffeine. Caffeine is a great supplement. It has been proven scientifically that caffeine burns 15% more calories during your workout and 15% more calories up to 3 hours after your workout when you take caffeine before you work out. You can drink a couple cups of coffee if you're a coffee drinker in the morning or in the afternoon before you go work out, or you can take a caffeine pill. Just make sure when you buy a caffeine pill, the only ingredient in that caffeine pill is caffeine anhydrous, and it only carries about 150 to 200 milligrams of caffeine per pill. You don't really need any more than that. Take 1 or 2 pills depending on your caffeine tolerance, and trust me, you're going to have energy through your workout, but you're also going to burn up to 15% more calories because you took caffeine before you worked out than if you did not, and up to 15% more calories up to 3 hours after your workout. So definitely, when you're trying to burn fat, a great way to go. All right, the next two kind of go hand in hand with each other. Citrulline malate and L-arginine. Now both in conjunction with each other work very well, work better in conjunction with each other than separate. Citrulline malate's a little more expensive. So if you're on a budget and you're trying to go the cheaper route, you can go with L-arginine by itself. Just be sure to take the recommended dosage of about 6 grams before you work out. Take the recommended dosage of 3 to 6 grams of citrulline malate if you only want to do citrulline malate rather than both. But this again costs just a little bit more than most. This is a little more expensive when it comes to bulk supplements. But the purpose of these increase or widen your vascular system, so you're going to pump more blood throughout your workout after you take these. Now, when you contract a muscle, when you're working a muscle out, blood cannot escape that muscle. So if you are increasing your vascular system, which increases blood flow, and you got a ton of blood flowing into a muscle, but it cannot get out of that muscle, that is what we call the pump. The pump is awesome. The pump is what you want, because the pump means there's blood and oxygen getting to the muscle, which helps you work out longer and increases the endurance, just like beta-alanine, but it also helps with the recovery as well. And so I take the caffeine, the beta-alanine, and the L-arginine and citrulline malate pre-workout beforehand, and then I take the creatine after our workout. Like I said, I mix them with water and a little bit of that squirt juice to make the taste go down a little easier. And under that, that's really all you need. Again, I will reiterate, you can make gains with a good diet and with a good exercise plan. And if your exercise plan and your diet are on point, then these supplements are going to help you make even greater gains and recover even faster. As always, thanks for checking out the channel. Leave me a question below in the comments if you have any. Shoot me or shoot me a message, or check me out on the other forms of social media down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Give this to your friends. And again, as always, thanks for supporting the channel, and we will talk to you guys later on.